Well, Kate, obviously it's always a pleasure to talk to you on any continent, but we're back home in London now.
I know, I can't even remember where I last saw you.
Toronto Dressmaker.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why.
That feels like 6 months
yesterday.
ago.
Yeah, oh my God. Last weekend.
Exactly, a little bit.
Crazy.
So I completely understand the accent because I'm, Lebanese, French educated, living in the UK. My accent is fusion. So was it the same for you, like trying to approach Joanna?
It was. I mean, playing this part was a little bit like putting on a serious seatbelt and hoping to God I didn't fall out of the chair. It was a really challenging role to play, largely because of the dialect, but also because she really exists and she's still around living her life, and so I wanted to certainly capture the spirit of her as well as predominantly the dialect, which was it was definitely the hardest dialect I think I've had to do, because she grew up in Poland, she moved to Armenia, but lots of her family spoke Russian, and then she came to America when she was 14. So it was neither one thing or the other. And for me, I just wanted for the dialect to feel almost just to disappear. I didn't want for people to hear that I was really doing a big thing. And so that was quite hard, to make it really conversational, and then to learn pages and pages of Aaron Sorkin dialogue on top of that.
It was crazy, I know.
It was crazy. All of us really had to, it was a very focused set, I have to say. I mean, everybody really was concentrating incredibly hard all of the time. Most of all, Michael Fassbender, of course, playing Steve Jobs, but also particularly Danny Boyle, who really did create the atmosphere of the film, the pace of the film, and its visual quality. That was all Danny. So, yeah, we all really had to stick together as a team.
Well, I was interviewing Aaron a little bit before, and I told him, your scripts are not for the bad actors. It's like an advanced yoga session. Not everybody can participate.
That's true, actually. Yes, that's true. Not everybody can hold that pose. Oh, my God.
And remember those lines.
Well, that's true. And I will say that Aaron doesn't allow for any wriggle room. You can't... I mean, he's a lovely guy, and you can absolutely have conversations with him about changing things, but the truth is you don't need to. It's so... True. I mean, it sounds like it's just conversational and improvised, but it is not. It is 100% scripted. Every beat, every pause, every spacing between the line. Yeah, he's just utterly amazing. And if you don't get the dialogue right, if you get one word out, the whole thing starts to unravel. It doesn't work.
Because it's so subtle how he captured how the personal circumstances of those people have influenced the complexities of their professional relationships. And that made for the performance to be quite subtle and quite difficult as well. I mean, you and Michael and all these things, was it challenging, even for the uber talented like you?
It was so, oh my God, it was so challenging. It was challenging for all of us. Every single day, because these scenes they would go on for 14 pages, 8 or 9 minute takes, and you're doing it over and over again, and you really can't make mistakes, so you're trying to remember the dialogue, remember to act, remembering to listen to the other actor, remembering the dialect that you're speaking, in my case and in Michael's case too, because he's Irish playing an American. And it was, and also sort of maintaining a sense of looseness too, and a fluidity to it, because you don't want it to, it's written like a play, but you don't want to act it like a play.
Exactly.
You have to act it as though you're just chit-chatting in a room in the way that we are now. And so, yeah, it was incredibly challenging every single day. Every single day we were exhausted. We would, lunch breaks, ordinarily you might go and all sit together and eat together. We would all have to go and eat fast and literally actually lie down, because you have to it was like running a marathon. You have to sort of take a break before running the next leg.
Absolutely. And this film is exactly the reason why I think anyone should become an actor. It's a play and it's a film, and it's got the best of both worlds, thanks to Danny and Aaron and you guys.
And I knew that it would be that kind of an experience, because when I heard about the film and how it was constructed and how it was written, and that Danny Boyle was going to be directing it and Michael Fassbender was playing Steve Jobs, I'm about to turn 40, and I knew that to close this last chapter of my life, my working life, I wanted that experience. And honestly, it was every single day. I literally would be so excited to be there. I would wake up excited. I would jump out of bed excited. I would go to work excited. I would get to work excited. I mean, I learned so much. I think we all really did. And And also I felt very strongly, and so did Michael, and we would talk about this a lot, that our own experience as actors working in film really came in very, very useful, because the pace at which we worked, we had to have an understanding of film, where the camera would be, what we had done 5 takes ago to try and match to that, because sometimes not everybody could remember, but us two, where we had been standing, to make things cut together, to help Danny be able to make the choices he wanted to make without cutting certain parts of a performance. It sounds very complicated. It was.
It was.
It really, really was.